Two quick questions. The one question is very simple because we're talking about water, and I guess this is to the MOE. My understanding is that obviously there is a water standard that has to be achieved, and it's my understanding that the water that exists in that area is much higher quality than the acceptable standard. Now, to close down dump site when it does open, would it require a reduction in quality of the water to the provincial standard, or would any deviation from its existing standard dictate that the dump be closed? That's question one.
The groundwater at Site 41, some of the information that Dr. Shotek has provided over the last couple of years, his monitoring data indicate very low levels of elements such as lead or antimony. That's good news, but however, those same wells are the ones that another gentleman was talking about that have elevated levels of manganese and iron that exceed the Ontario Drinking Water Quality Standards. So if the Site 41 has groundwater monitoring wells and sentry wells and trigger criteria that are established in the approval, such that if all of the protective features of the landfill site failed and the sentry wells would detect that impact, the ministry would require the county of Simcoe to undertake remedial action to ensure that there is no off-site adverse impact from the landfill site.
Okay. In other words, it is possible that there could be contaminants going into the soil. There's no one here can guarantee that there's not going to be an impact on the groundwater next year, 20 years from now, or 50 years from now. I mean, nobody can promise that, correct?
Well, the design itself.
Now, let's not talk about design. You know, I spent 40 years, you know, in business, and I listen to engineers, and they have models, and I appreciate that. But anyway, just answer the question. Can anybody guarantee that the groundwater is never going to be impacted by Site 41?
As long as the upper hydraulic ratings
Please answer yes or no.
There won't be impacts to the groundwater.
Assuming everything works. But if anything fails, such as the 5-year guaranteed liner?
Well, again, as identified by the consultants in the county, that liner wasn't put there to stop the leaching.
No, I've heard
a lot from coming in.
I guess you're asking for a personal guarantee from people who you know can't give it.
No, I know, but they're the ones that are telling us that it is present. Anyway, I'd just like to caution you and kind of leave you with this thought. In 1917, there's a great building company in England that built this unsinkable ship called the Titanic. Could never, ever sink. Are we building another one in Simcoe County?
Sorry, one quick question.
Unfortunately, we can't. We haven't had this time.
The gentleman told me I could head away.
I've actually asked him because Rob actually is required, as well as consultants in council.
Rob, my question is, where do you think those bottles of water that we have been seeing in the last week or so, with the silt in the bottom and the cloudiness, are coming from if the groundwaters or the wells around the dump site have not been affected at all? Where are they coming from?
I don't know. If those people want to contact me or contact the ministry, we'll have our consultants look at it.
Do you think that these people are putting dirty water in these bottles?
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I said we'd like to investigate it, but we haven't had that opportunity.
I'd like to thank you very much. Thank you for being patient.
Yeah, me too. Is it? Okay.
Answer that. I think the contractors
next time everybody got out, it was probably another 10. Maybe